What's up, y'all? We have a very special edition of the Socially Distant podcast this week. You know, it's episode 6, but it's also another new first. It is our new co-host, Kaila. It's her first episode. We just now welcomed her into the Socially Distant podcast family. We're really excited about it. So I'm not going to talk too much. Kaila, you can take it away. Tell the people about yourself and tell us why you joined the pod and all that.
All right, cool. So hey guys, I'm obviously the new co-host of the podcast. I am super excited to be a part of it. I feel like I will be able to give, really good insight and like the girl opinion and like view on, whatever kind of topic we have to talk about that week. Again, super excited. I'm not that exciting of a person. But I joined because the opportunity presented itself. I saw that Ghib and Josh were looking for a third co-host. I felt as though I could bring, again, really good insight from the girls' point of view and everything. So I feel like this should go really well. Since we know each other since high school, I think we're pretty comfortable with each other. It should definitely go pretty smooth.
So like she said, I'm just excited to have her on as our co-host because we have known each other for a long ass time now, and like
Mm-hmm.
we've always been able to like have some very good conversation, very
Definitely.
insightful, intellectual conversation. So I just think that
Definitely.
that back and forth that we have like in private is like it would be good for the art audience, which is growing, and they
Yeah.
can get to know you like how we know you.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm really
I
excited about that because, like, obviously, not everyone that you guys know me. So, like, I'm excited to be, helping to expand everything.
hope it lasts more than a week.
Pew 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 pew.
Definitely.
Oh my god.
But anyway,
We still taking shots, bro?
no. But anyway,
Apparently.
anyway,
Come
we have
on.
a great interview with Meir Flacko today, and we're going to transition into that right
now.
Very good.
You're welcome to the Socially Distant podcast, y'all. We got a very special guest today. My
Yes, sir.
man Meir Flacko, aka
Uh,
Four. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? What's
sir.
popping
You
with you,
good?
good brother?
Man, I'm chilling. I'm cool for me. Quarantining as usual. Stay home.
How you
Hashtag stay home.
quarantine going?
Man, it's going good for real. For real. I just flew out here like a couple days ago, like 4 days ago. But other than that, I just been in the crib chilling, playing the game,
I feel
and
you.
just going to the stew for real. For real.
Yeah, it's looking like you looking
Yeah.
like you living a little bit good right now.
Yeah, a little bit of it, a lot of it over here. Street playing, I'm doing a little sign,
All
Yeah,
right,
I
so
feel you, bro.
let's get right into it. Introduce yourself. Tell the people about yourself.
Uh, you know, Meir Flacco, number 4, as he already said. You know, rapper slash goat slash whatever you need me to be for real. But I'm just a rapper trying to do my thing out here in this big world. Feel me?
Yeah, bro.
All right, so
I feel you. How you
go ahead.
how you get started in the rap game, bro?
When I first started rapping, I started out in a group. You know, we did our little thing, but as I went on, that group shit never last. But I ain't gonna say never last, because some groups last, but my shit never last. So I started out doing my solo thing about 2 years now. You know, I just what made me really want to start rapping is just like I don't know, when you just in the stew and you just make that one banger, and you got everybody hitting like the energy you get from music is what made me want to start rapping for real, for real. Like just you could change somebody's mood just for like one song. Like I could play a song, your whole mood change. Like you be sad, I play a song for you turned up now. Like for real, for real. That's what made me want to start rapping. The influence.
Real shit. So what's the difference kind of between being in a group and now you being solo?
The difference is for real, for real. It's really like no difference. It's just you can just do what you want now, for real, for real. It's not always opinionated or you got different voices, and every discussion is just like, all right, I want to go do this, or I'm gonna do this. It's like easier, for real, for real.
Mm.
All right, so we know you. We've known you since high school. we
the
thought
drought.
we
In the
always
drought.
in the drought, yeah, in the drought. But we always thought you were gonna be a big time basketball player. We saw it, like you were always top scorer like every single game, always showed out for the crowd and stuff. That was you. And so like what made you like want to say take it back, like push basketball back and go into rapping?
For real, bro. It's not like I was a big basketball player. It's just like I was a big performer. So you
Mhm.
know, I just translated into the rapping, you know, as a team. Cause you know, I played team ball, but you always know I just wanted that shit, the spotlight to be on me. So you know, why not do the rapping? And I feel like I could go further with this rapping thing as basketball because I'm like limited of physicalities. We're not gonna get there because I'm mad at that. But God gotta see me for that one. But you know, I'm doing my thing. That's how I sound. A performer for real. So it all translates.
Do you miss basketball at all?
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. I be sometimes just want to be like, damn, I'm about to go back to college. But then I'll be like, nah, fuck it. Like, it's over. It's over.
Where do you where do you think you would have went if you stuck with basketball? Like what college were you looking at and stuff like that?
I was about to go Penn State Brandywine. He was looking at me. He said I could really just come out there and do what I wanted. But, you know, transferring, I went to 3 schools in 1 year. In my senior year, my credits was shots, bro. So I had to do a lot to get in school. And that right there just made me not even want to go. Because even if I had to go, I'll be on 3-month leave. Like, soon as the sports start. So I can't even play for real. Got sick. So I'm like, man, I'm cool. For real, for real.
I'm gonna give you some insight right now. So the year after I left, our coach cut Meir because you didn't have your physical.
That's what he say. That's what he says.
Okay. That's what he told
That's
me
what he
too.
says. I didn't have my I still have to have a conversation with McFadden, man. No cap. If I see him around Delco, man, I got some words for him.
So
That right there is shot.
I'm gonna give you some
Everybody
insight.
in Delco know what I would have did to that Central League my senior year. No cap.
All right, so I'm gonna give you some insight. I worked with him in the summer, and he came up to me one day and was like, "Did I make a mistake by cutting John Mayer?" And I was like, "Yeah, you really did. Like y'all could have really did something that year if y'all kept."
Cause look, they were still nice without me. Just using John.
Yeah.
That's it. And everybody know John's getting the ball. And they were still good. It's like, because you can't do nothing with John. He was a monster. That's why I love playing with John, for real, for real. But I was devastated. You know, I'm going to give you some insight. The night that it happened, I'm at my mom's usual, just playing the game. We just come from the tournament. Bro, the 3 games, I had 20, 21, and then I had 23. The 3 games, but we lost. Like, we went 1 and 2. And, like, the energy, because I was just coming off some, off-court shit. So, I was like, damn. But my mom's just chilling. I get a call. My mom get a call. She talking about her shit, coach. I'm like, yo, what's up, my coach McFadden? I'm like, what do you want to talk about the game? Like, all right, I'm ready for the season. Like, because for real, I just flipped the switch. Like, all right, it's time for the season. So he get on the phone. He like, yo, I think we're going to go in a different direction. I'm like, what you mean? Like, taking the ball out of my hands? Like, giving it to John? He like, nah, I think we're just going to start the season without you. That when he said that, everything just went silent. I swear, like I'm like, because I'm thinking like, damn, I can't play basketball no more. Where else I'm gonna go? This ain't like the league where niggas get traded. Like I'm in like school, so I'm like, what you mean? This is my senior year. You gonna do this to me in my senior year? The MVP? Like I was the MVP of the team. Everything I did what I was supposed to do. Granted, it was a little shaky in the beginning of that year because off court problems, but. I'm like, damn. He said, yeah, and then when he was talking, I just threw my mom's phone. I said, man, he said he cut me. My mom said, what? She picked up the phone. They started talking. I'm like, then I get the call from my dad. He's like, yo, what you want to do? You see where that went? You see where that went, man?
So like if rapping didn't really work out for you like at first, like if you found that you didn't like it as much or whatever, would you have like really tried to focus on staying with basketball and like making something out of it?
For sure. If I didn't see no future or potential I have in this rap game, I would not be in this rap game because this game is fierce. Like,
Yeah.
and it's people jumping in this rap game every day. It's a new person in the studio.
Mhm.
Like somebody could just be like, "Man, I want to go rap and go rap."
Yeah.
Like so, this profession I'm chasing, it's a long shot, just like basketball. But you know, I think I got the potential, and I definitely got the grind for it.
Yeah. So like what's your favorite thing about rapping? Like you said, like you're a very like a big performer and everything. So is that like the
Yeah.
biggest thing that drives you to stay rapping?
Uh, I just
Is that
think
like your favorite thing about
my
it
favorite
or
thing is just for just making music. Not even performing on the bass because that's like just the energy you have to get from the crowd and you got to build your way up to perform. You just
Mhm.
can't perform. So for my favorite thing is just making music. Like I said, this influence. Like I could change somebody's mood just off that bass of just making a song.
Yo, so for the describe your music to people who may not have heard about you, like just describe like your sound and like your whole aesthetic of music.
I'm gonna keep it all the way of being no cap. I'm probably one of the most versatile artists locally or for real in my state. Like I could either you could hear gangster rap if you want to go drill. You can hear the singing for the ladies. I got for the whole package, and I just based that off of just being me. Cause for I am like I give it all. Like I got I'm in this. I can't even say all that, but it's all chilling. But
So
yeah,
who influenced you?
to start rapping,
Yeah.
my first influence, big influence, was probably Lil Wayne. Hearing him, them mixtapes he used to drop, you know about him. I know you know about him, Ghib. No ceilings. We got Carter 2 and 3. I was big on uh this for this Wayne, basically all them mixtapes, the drought, the zoo jump,
Dedication.
dedicate all that. Like that's really big influence in the rap game that made me just want to start rapping.
Yeah.
All right, bro. So I remember from you first coming out with "Pull Up with My Niggas," and then to now, like we just listened to your album before your EP before we got on here.
Yeah, Golden
And
Child. Go
like,
get that if y'all ain't not streaming all plats. Golden Child, Meir Flacko.
how have you like improved your rap style? Like how you improve your rapping?
It's all for real. When you get in that booth and it's just you on the mic, it's all about your confidence, and I think you just get that by grinding. You know, staying in the booth, you just like see yourself change. Because if I go play a song like you said, go play Pull Up, and to now I'm like I'm a whole different artist. So for real, just the grinding, just like basketball. You know, you train for that, train to be nice. You just can't just step in the stool. I ain't met a lot of people that step in the stool and just got it. For real, for real.
Yeah, cause I definitely remember like when you did drop Pull Up and the whole like the whole NGP era and everything like that,
Yeah,
and like listening to that Mirror to now like it's a whole 180. Like you a lot better. I saw the talent then,
yes,
but
sir.
it wasn't honed. But now like I feel like you starting to really like hone
Definitely
in on the
raw
craft.
talent. Definitely the raw talent is me just going off of what I know and then just learning, picking up new things. And you just for you stay in the stew for like this a good week. You record a song 1 week, the first day, then you like stay in the stew for a whole week, record a song last night. You'll see the difference. Like just putting in the grind, you'll see the difference with this music shit.
So like how the pandemic been kind of affecting you as an artist and like your ability to make music and do all the things you need to do to be successful?
It had me in a whole lockout when this joint first went down. Like everything was shut down, and being a rapper, you got social media. You can't go nowhere, so there's no social media for what are you flexing? That you in your living room. So that right there, studio shut down because everything shut down. And like, and for real, they ain't lift the studio being shut down probably to like 2 months. Not how long we been in this pandemic?
Oh
Like
yeah.
about maybe like 2 months, 2.5 now.
So I'm gonna say like a month and a half. Like I just started for real getting in the studio. Like it was crazy.
All right, so
So
let's go ahead, Gabe.
no, go ahead, Josh.
All right, let's talk about like let's go back to like your Golden Child EP and Slide for Slide that just came out.
Fire.
let's talk about that. What was the influence behind those albums? And
Golden
like
Child. For real, I just wanted that to be the stepping stone of this year, you know, of putting out the music I really want to put out for the fans, you know. I just want to give it my all. Like, you'll hear that on Golden Child. I'm giving it all bases. I got the slow music, like I said, the turn up music. But, like, this joint, Slide for Slide, is on the new tape, and that's called So Different. And I'm going to show y'all how I'm different from any other local, even the hot rappers, anybody. Like, I'm different from all of them, and I'm about to show everybody.
So when can we expect that? What can we expect from it?
I'm gonna say late May, cause I still gotta put some touches on it. I want to make sure that joint's heated here, cause right now I got about like 8 songs. I want to put like around 12, 10. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do with it.
Yeah, for sure. So we gonna get into a little question game with you. Give me your Mount Rushmore of rappers.
So first, like I said, I'm going Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Second, I gotta go Hove. I can put the respect on Hove. Cannot disrespect him. Third, now this is where it gets tricky. I'm gonna go Drake. I'm gonna go Drake third. And fourth, for the culture, Future. For the
Yes,
culture.
sir.
For the culture.
So you left off Biggie and Pac, which is something that people don't normally do. Tell us why you did that.
For real, like even in that right there, I'm picking Pac, but I think they don't have enough. Like they was really like big and like they Pac died at 25, Biggie died at what,
They was
23.
in their mid-20s.
They don't have a catalog of the rappers I'm talking about. Lil Wayne about to turn 40. He been dropping music since he was 13.
Yeah.
Like if we talking like Hov, like he been in the game longer than them, so they already passed them, but they still goats.
For sure. Definitely goats in their own right.
Yeah.
Now, what about what I think we might agree on this one, but tell us your Mount Rushmore of hoopers.
Brown number one. That's all it.
Of course, that's easy.
Brown. Brown. But I go Brian, MJ, Shaq, Magic.
Word. So what you got going on outside of your rapping? Because I know you a versatile guy, like, and I know you like to diversify. So what you got going on outside of rap?
For outside of rap, right now, that's what I'm trying to start up, something outside of rap. But I just been getting that on my grind for the rap. But I probably have a little clothing line or just something like different that's on the side. I'm gonna get on that soon. Okay.
Yo, can we get a YouTube channel? A little vlog?
Yo, you know, YouTube, I give it to YouTubers. That's probably one of the hardest grinds for real. Editing like a 30-minute vid. You ever edit a 30-minute vid? That is not easy. And then to keep putting out like that, I give it to YouTubers for real. Like Devon, shout out you, bro. I don't know how you do it.
So we not getting a vlog from you, huh?
We'll get a couple vlogs, day in the lives. Definitely. That's why I need a crew. That's what I'm saying. This grind about to be crazy. Y'all about to see the turn up.
Sure.
That's why I needed this. The stepping stones.
I think people would definitely like to see like you starting kind of like almost right out of high school and building up to now. I think people would definitely like to see that, like how like you're making it step by step and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, on some documentary MJ type shit.
Sure.
The first dance, fuck the last.
Real shit. So I definitely like been seeing like growth in your following and your fan base and everything. It's been steady. And with that growth, it also breeds a lot of hate as well as the love. So how do you deal with the love? I mean, how do you deal with the love and the hate mostly?
For I would say you just deal with what you can control. I can't control if somebody hate me. Whatever he say is gonna be hate anyway because it's biased. So for real, you don't even pay attention to that. You know, people I go down to comments. I see a negative comment. It's either I'm gonna delete it or I'm gonna not say nothing. Or I sometimes throw shots if I see on the page. They sometimes be private and fake pages though. You know, people don't like to hate in public. You feel me? They don't like to get that term hater. But for you really don't like pay attention to the hate at all. That's how I handle it.
For
It's
sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like you definitely shouldn't pay attention to it because then sometimes it just gets like too in your head and like you worry about it and like you don't need that stuff at all.
For real.
So just
Because it
ignoring
mess
it, I
with the
feel like is
focus. It
definitely the
mess with
best thing.
the goal for real. For real. I can't
Yeah,
have a hater.
definitely.
That's what they want to do. They want to get you off focus at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I mean, whenever you got a hater, bro, you just gotta kind of evaluate where you at versus wherever they might be, bro. And you just know that you in a better position and
And
standing in the art, bro.
always,
That's
always.
all it is.
And but for real, for what you really need to watch out for is the fake love. That's probably the biggest thing out here.
For
Is the
sure.
fake
Yeah.
love of people thinking that they with you and they really not at the end of the day. And how I decipher that is you peep the energy every day. Everybody like I
Yeah.
can't fake it with somebody every day. If I don't like somebody, it's gonna show. So I don't know about other
Yeah.
people. They can put it on the face. I can't put it on no poker face. Cause y'all know me. I never been that type.
Yeah. So how do you avoid the fake love? You keep a small circle and everything like that?
That and like I said, you pay attention. You gotta have like a third eye out here. For real, for real. You gotta just watch everybody movements. If this person usually does that, if he's starting to do something else, you know it's something wrong. So that's all you gotta do.
For sure.
I do have like one bigger question. If you could collab with anyone right now, like who would be the biggest person you want to collab with? Would it be Lil Wayne or would it be someone like Jay-Z?
Nah,
Who do you think it would be?
it would be first would be Lil Uzi,
Okay.
Mhm.
or Lil Uzi or Young Thug right now,
Okay.
or Lil Dirt. Definitely, those
I
are
can
my
see
top
that.
three that
Yeah.
I need pronto.
Yeah.
All right.
I definitely see that. That'd be cool.
Yes, sir.
So besides the album dropping end of this month, what else you got? What's your future plans?
Definitely. Besides albums and the songs, I definitely got more music vids dropping, more visuals. That's a must. And like I said, I probably have like a little day in the life vlog, but that's really it. It's gonna be straight music, straight drop, straight bangers for everybody.
Yeah,
So,
I like that.
one last question for you. What advice can you give other people who trying to maybe make it in rap or just make it in life, period? Because I know you got some good insight on that.
Yeah, for real is like I said, you don't pay attention to anything outside of your goal. If it's not your goal, if it's not where you want to be, if people doing stuff you're not trying to, they not on the same path of you. You got either cut it off or you just gotta keep doing you. For real, for real. You just like I said, just don't pay attention to the hate because it's gonna be haters and it's gonna be off days. Everybody ain't perfect. At the end of the day, it's about how bad you want it, and it's about because nothing's gonna be given to you. Everything's earned, and that's when it's the best for real, for real, when everything earned.
Hmm.
For sure. All
Respect.
right, bro. Thanks for coming to chop it up with us. We appreciate you taking
Yes,
your time out
sir.
out to what seems to be your beautiful vacation, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Feel me? I had to hit the podcast up. This was a lovely experience. I like what y'all got going on, man. Y'all keep the grind up.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
You as well, bro. We definitely fuck with everything you got going on, bro. We definitely look forward to seeing your future
Vice
and how
versa,
everything
man.
grows.
And this ain't probably gonna be our last dance either. Like,
No, for
definitely.
sure, bro.
Definitely, we would love to have you back on.
Definitely when
You
you
know,
drop the next project,
say no more. I'm here.
hopefully it come with a little video or something that we could preview on the pod. You
Preview.
know,
Oh, see, look. We getting ideas now. Yes,
it's a
sir.
little exclusive, bro. Come on, bro. All right, my guy.
Yes, sir. Love.
All right.
Well, all right.
And we bite, y'all. Thanks to Meir for that good interview. You know what I'm saying? Go check out his music. Josh, tell him where to find it and what it is, bro.
Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you get your music, go check it out. Golden Child and Slide for Slide. You know the vibes.
Definitely know the vibes. All right, so now we since Kayla's new here, she has something to say, you know what I'm saying? She wanted to run a little topic by the masses, I may
Definitely.
say. So we gonna let her get into it.
All right, cool. So, um, I've seen and witnessed and heard about a lot of people, especially our age, still just being straight fucking childish and petty as shit. So I really feel like we need to talk about like do's and don'ts for like the opposite sex, because I'm real tired of people acting like we're still in middle school or high school. Like we're grown adults now. You know, most of us are finishing college or whatever, and people really just need to start acting their age and stop being so childish and petty. So I definitely want to get into that and talk about that a little bit. So
you want us to talk about these bitches? Oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
I could do that.
We gotta spill the tea. We gotta just really put people in their place right now. I really think it's time.
Okay. You want to get right to the shits today, huh?
Right, first episode. I like it.
First episode, right to the shits.
I like it.
Yeah, that's the point. That's what I'm here for. I'm straight and direct to the point. People need to know. They need to learn.
It's some co-hosts that could never.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Speaking of petty.
Oh,
yeah,
I mean,
Ghib, you're one of the pettiest people I know next to me, so this is kind of for us too. When we have our petty
I'll be the first. I'll be the first to admit that I am King Petty. Is it right? No. Am I going to change it? Absolutely
Probably
not. We toxic and petty till we die over here. That's okay.
100%. But I feel like most of the time, like we're pretty good about it. Like we just talk about our pettiness, but we don't do like too much actual petty shit, if that makes sense, you know? Like I know we absolutely have. I'm not saying we never have, but we've definitely gotten a lot better with it. But there's still people out there that have not worked on it at all and are still acting like we're in middle school or high school, and it's just, it needs to stop like right now.
Yeah, the childishness needs to stop. It's just a lot of things that y'all be out here doing that it's not very forthcoming of who you should be at this point in life. I'm not judging anybody, not telling anybody how to live their life, but do better.
It's just some advice, something to think about. That's all.
So what are some things people shouldn't be doing out here?
So obviously guys and girls are both equally as petty in their own way. So this is not something that I want to direct just to girls, not something that I want to direct just to guys, because it is everyone that I've seen. But one of the biggest things is like girls are super petty over everything. You know, obviously there is something that we all know about that was a real petty move. So something like that wasn't cool. But girls and their pettiness about getting back at friends that have done something wrong to them or to a guy or whatever, like it's really not that deep. Like just let it go. Just because like if someone cheated on you or whatever, you don't necessarily need to go out and be petty about it and get revenge or whatever you want to call it. Like you can just move on with your life. Like you don't need to be that type of petty. Like just,
you know what I noticed though about women?
What?
Well, about girls around our age, a little older, they gonna do everything but leave. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They be quick. They be quick to cut up a little They quick to cut up a little A1 out here. You feel me? Cut up a little Jordan. Throw some clothes on the lawn. You know what I'm saying?
That, and throw out the whole like men are trash thing. Like really, like do you have a solid like piece of evidence to back that up? Because if you don't have a solid piece of evidence to back up men ain't shit or men are trash, then I'm sorry, but I don't want to hear it anymore, because not all of them are. That is one of my biggest thing. That's one of my biggest fucking pet peeves.
Girls be out here getting hurt one time and think the whole male species just out to like manipulate and fuck them over or something like that. Like that's not what we out here to do, bro. Like
no.
You could ask my shorty. I'm a whole different type of nigga. I used to be that kind of bull. Granted,
you did.
You know what I'm saying? But you know now.
Let's keep it a being.
Wait. No, I'm saying I used to be like the type of boy that was like, you know, out here trying to, you know, do wrong. But you know, now I'm out here trying to do right. But I'm still very much petty. That's probably not going to change. It is what it is on that.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, we're all petty in our own way, but it's just like how you choose to be petty. Like I'm still petty as shit, but I've gotten a lot better with not acting on it, you know? Like I'll
Mhm.
say a lot of petty stuff, but I feel like I've definitely gotten a lot better about not acting on it because it's like, all right, I'm growing up, I'm a full adult, like I don't need to be doing this. Like this isn't helping our cause or the other person. Like it's just really not worth it at all because most of the
And I
time it ends in an argument and it's honestly not worth it.
and I know it definitely took you a lot of growth to get here. You know
Oh
what I
my
mean?
God, yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
I had to talk you off the ledge a couple times before you did some wild shit.
Absolutely. I was gonna say basically you and Mo are the two biggest people that know about my pettiness, other than Nolan, but mainly you. Like you were always like, all right, I see what you're saying, but that's not a good idea to like stop that shit now. So
Yeah, definitely gotta protect my fellow men folk from your wrath and fury. But
absolutely.
I want to get back into something that we covered on our first episode, but the conversation didn't really go well because certain people didn't have any
Oh my
any
god,
real takes.
this might be the
But
perfect
like,
part two.
Okay.
no, bro. You know it's all love. We love you, M. But
Can't relate, but continue.
oh my god.
Damn.
Ha! Ha!
All right. Can we all right,
Continue.
But
let's reel it in.
the the talking stage, I definitely think it very
Okay.
much exists. I definitely think that there's a place for it, but women do not seem to agree. They think you should be all or nothing instead of having a talking stage.
I I really truly think it all depends on the people and the situation. So I think as long as
Mhm.
you guys are open with each other, like if you're both open and go, "Hey, look, I like you. I like hanging out with you and kind of messing around or whatever, but I'm not really sure if I want to dive right into a relationship," and you're both on the same page about it, then that's fine about having like that talking stage just to see how it goes. That's perfectly cool. My thing is you definitely just need to be open about it because if you're not, then that's when it starts problems. Um, like for me personally, the talking stage kind of is like a waste of time, like depending. I'm not a huge fan of it, but again, it all depends on the person and if they're both open for it. Because if they're both open for it, then cool. But if you guys have that conversation, like, hey, I kind of just want to have a talking stage, but the other person's not into it, then you know to just kind of go your own ways or figure it out from there.
It
Mhm.
really just comes down to communication, like we said before. Like you have like
Definitely.
people don't want those awkward conversations of what are we like.
Yeah.
This is what I want to have. This is what I want to do. So if you just have that conversation in the beginning, then it will save a lot of hurt, a lot of
Yes.
trouble from both
Yes.
sides.
But sometimes
Definitely.
you do have that conversation in the beginning though, but they don't listen. See, what in my experience, I feel like sometimes when you have certain conversations, things go in one ear canal, they get
And out the other.
translated all fucked up and come out the other way, and then you spew out some bullshit out your mouth. So I don't know where
That,
that comes
that's
from.
also what might happen though if you do get in that type of like relationship where like sexual stuff is involved. Like
Mhm.
you might feel there's a connection. Oh, like he's doing this with me, he's doing that with me, and like why doesn't he like me? Like I do everything that he's looking for, but he doesn't like me.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
And
sometimes it's
yeah.
just not. Sometimes it's just like two people are not meant to be, and that's cool. Like
Yeah.
I just think that people take it too hard when things don't work out. But
They take it
I
too
just
personal.
yeah, they do. I started looking at these situations kind of like they you never really lose in these situations if y'all wasn't together and it was no cheating, no like abuse or anything like that. If y'all just part ways, then it's really you didn't lose. It
Yeah.
just ended, and
It
I
is what
think
it
you can
is.
take what you learn from it and grow and apply it to your next situation. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you don't have to dwell on it on some dude that you talked to for a few weeks last year. Like
nah,
Exactly.
let me what I don't like is like this shit like where like you hate the other person now because y'all just ended or like y'all didn't end right. like if y'all didn't have like a bad like ending, like he didn't cheat on you, she didn't cheat on
No
you.
reason to hate, bro.
Like there's no reason for y'all to like be, oh my god, I fucking hate him. Oh, like he's the worst and all that shit. Like I'll never understand that.
Like for sure, like of course it's gonna be like a month or two of a little, I guess, yeah, maybe a little tension, but at some point you do have to get over it.
Exactly.
You know, I think that's one of the things that I learned, that people don't get over things as quickly as I do, because I was in a situation like that, and you know, like we was the best of friends at first, and like we, you know, things got sexual. They didn't end the best, and now like that damaged the friendship that we had built over some years, and like that's the part that really be fucking with me the most, like, you know what I mean? So it's a little petty right now, I guess, but
yeah. I mean, like, I get it. Like, when things first end with someone, your automatic reaction is like, all right, I kind of want to hate this person or have like negative like feelings towards them.
And we've
but, like
all
you
been
guys
there.
said, exactly. Everyone's done it at some point or another, and it happens. It's kind of just natural to feel that way, especially if you didn't want it to end, which is fine. But at the same time, like, just try and really focus and realize that it wasn't that bad of an ending if it wasn't, and just it's cool to move on. Like, you don't have to dwell over it for no reason. And then the other thing I kind of wanted to add is when you were like, even if you do have the conversation up front with that other person about what you want out of them, and like if you want a relationship, just talk, just hook up, whatever it is. My thing is, like, as long as you have that conversation up front, even if, you know, they don't take it well, then you can at least be like, hey, look, I told you up front.
I told you what it was from
I
the
told
jump.
you up front what I wanted, and you were like, okay, yeah, that's cool. So I'm sorry, but like, it's not my fault that
you can't really blame it on
you
me.
took yourself here and put yourself in the position that you're in now, because I told you up front what I wanted, you know? So at least that way they could be like, look, hey, I tried. I gave you that conversation up front to let you know what it was. And if you didn't like it, then I'm sorry, but like, I did my half. Like, I did my part. I told you what I wanted.
What people need to know is you are in the driver's seat of your own actions.
Yeah.
And you will remain in the driver's seat unless I give you some sort of mixed signal. I don't get into mixed signals though.
Yeah.
I think that now if you take away someone's power of choice, that's when it's a little fucked up. But if that's not the case, you in the driver's seat. You can't cause an accident and say, oh, it's not my fault, I wasn't driving. That don't make sense. You was the only one in the car.
Yeah, exactly. And kind of like you guys brought up with like the communication thing. Communication is definitely a huge topic, and I feel like we can kind of save most of that for maybe like another episode, but just to kind of weave it into this one, communication definitely is such a big thing that a lot of people struggle with. I'm one of them. Like, it's, you know, something that I've been working on for years now. Is like being open about how you feel, and that's what people need to do. Just really just say, you know what, fuck it, like, this is how I feel. I'm gonna tell them how I feel, and if they don't feel the same way, then it is what it is. But at least I tried and was open and communicated with them about it. And if they don't feel the same way, then now I know, and I'm no longer wasting either one of our times, you know? Like, it is what it is.
It
And one more
is.
Another thing I learned is if two people aren't ready, then and not on the same page, then sex will definitely complicate a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I definitely used to I didn't realize the power that sex had in some people's minds.
Yeah.
Because to me it was just like, oh,
it's just
I mean,
a thing.
Yeah, it's just a thing that you do, but I didn't realize the power that it had in some people's minds.
Yeah.
And everything like that. And and if you get to a point in your situation where it's like, okay, we've been doing this for a while, what are we? and like y'all not on the same page,
then that's when you know it's time.
And that's established. Then you got to stop having sex.
Yeah,
like
everything
try
right
to work on a friendship, and that's what I learned.
Yeah, I totally agree. Obviously, I haven't been in anything really like that, but I have heard like of other people that it most definitely can like really affect a relationship, because you guys may be cool with it at first, but at some point down the line, depending on how long you let this go, someone is bound to catch feelings, whether it's the girl or the guy. Like, it's bound to happen if you drag it out for too long, and then that's when stuff can get like a little sticky and just weird.
For sure.
Yeah.
So what are some things that we could do to prevent these situations?
I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's just open communication. But yes,
Yeah.
Josh, go ahead.
You gotta know when to let it go, for real.
Yeah. When to say when.
Yeah.
I think people definitely hold on too long for the wrong reasons, and at the time, it always seems like a good idea. It's like maybe we could work it out, but sometimes you just got to cut the loss, and
it's just not worth it.
And also, I think you got to know yourself. I think people tend to jump into situations and they don't really they don't know what they're looking for. They don't know what they really want. So then they get into a situation that they think they want to be in, and then end up looking crazy in the end because they weren't honest with themselves. I think self-honesty is the most important honesty you could have.
Without a doubt, especially in today's world, because so many people compare themselves to others on social media, or just like people that they met at school, and just like maybe other people like in their friend group. It like everyone compares themselves to someone else, especially girls. It's one of the biggest things that we do, and it's something that I do all the time, and it sucks, and like I have to try and reel myself in and be like, no, we don't need to compare ourselves to that other person, because we're our own person. So like, especially girls in college, like they meet all these new groups of friends and whatever, so they're like, okay, yeah, Sarah wants this in a guy and whatever, so, and that sounds good to me, so that's what I want too. And it's like, well, maybe you don't want that in a guy or girl, whatever floats your boat. Like, you have to try and take the time to figure out what you want in someone else. Are you the type of person that doesn't want to be in a relationship and just be free and do whatever you want, or do you want a person that's like, all right, I know all my friends are kind of hoeing it out right now, but that's not really me. Like, I just want a relationship and I want to be with that other person. Then that's who you are too, and that's perfectly cool. Just decide on what you want and make it known.
I think, speaking of social media, that's something big that you touched on, because I feel like so many people like let it influence their view of like situations with the other sex, or the same sex in some cases. We don't judge over here.
Whatever floats your
but
boat.
but in your situations, like whatever relationship you get into, I think it really has changed a lot of people's perception, because like they looking at people and they like, oh wow, they the it couple. Like, I see you at your little couples channel, like y'all so perfect.
And they're like, oh, I want
y'all
that.
out here running around together. But what they don't realize is like all the bullshit that goes on. It's like I think social media has taken away and completely eliminated nuance. People don't understand nuance anymore. And when I say that, I mean like they don't understand the little intricacies of interpersonal relationships. It's not just romantic. It's just like friendships and how you portray yourself to the world. I think people just want instant gratification, and it's not that. Everything is a slow build. Like, you don't have to have everything right now. And I think that's what social media has taken away from our generation in particular. That's why I don't like to get too caught up into it, because I know, like, honestly, it's all it is code. It's code and algorithms and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's designed to make you feel like shit, pretty much. So
basically.
I don't get into that.
Yeah. And I really like what you said about how people don't realize that like how much work is actually in a relationship. Um, like especially with me being in one for so long, obviously me and Nolan have had our ups and downs and whatever, we've had our moments, every couple does, and I don't think people realize that, um that you're gonna fight, you know, it's gonna be over dumb shit sometimes, or it's gonna be over something that's warranted, and like you're going to fight over almost anything and everything at some point throughout your relationship, but in the long run it's worth it. Like everything that me and Nolan have been through in our relationship, I want to say I would change it, but at the same time him and I have become so much closer that I don't think I would trade it for the world. Like
Mhm.
he's always been one of my best friends, and seeing where we started in our relationship to where we're at now, I absolutely love where we're at now. Like, because we've gone through so much, we've fought, we've done everything. Like, but it's so worth it, you know.
Yeah,
And I
for
don't think
sure.
a lot of people see that. They're just like, oh my god, like they're so cute, like they're such a cute couple, and it's like, okay, yeah, like, you know, we are, or whoever else is, like, yeah, they're cute, but like don't assume that everything's just so easygoing and, you know, super go with the flow. Like it is, but it's
Yeah, for
not.
sure.
And I don't think a lot of people realize that.
And every relationship and every aspect of your life takes work. Like even not even just like with your boyfriend or your girlfriend. It's like
Even
your
friends
the
too.
relationship with your parents, that takes
Yeah.
work. The
Mhm.
relationship with your friends takes work. Even
Definitely.
even people that you work with or are
Yeah.
involved with in a more professional sense, like that takes work. You have to
Yeah.
work to build prosperous relationships. And
Yeah.
it's a lot of people that's not there yet. I know me personally, I'm not the greatest at it because I'm very stubborn. I'm me, and that's all I know how to be like at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
I'm still the kind of person like I'm not gonna kiss anybody's ass. Like if you fuck with me, cool. If you don't, it's fuck you too.
Then whatever.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm that type of person through and through. So I
Mhm.
just think but that does get me in trouble sometimes, but it is what it is. Like I'm not going to change.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the other thing, is that people are like, I've noticed a lot of people try to change based off who they're talking to or in a relationship with. And it's like, you don't need to do that. What you need is to find someone that likes you for you. Like, no matter how weird or annoying you are, there is someone out there that will match your level of weird and annoying. Like, I promise you, there's someone out there
Yeah.
that will match your level of everything and go, you know what? Yeah, they're a little weird, but I'm weird too. Like it's cool. We vibe well. And again, it doesn't
And it's
have to be a
people.
relationship. It could be a friendship or, you know, with parents, people you work with. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Like everything, like you said, takes work. And I don't think a lot of people realize that.
And it's people out here that they might not be as weird as you are, might not have the same things about them, but like for whatever reason y'all still vibe. Like
Yeah.
like me and my closest friends, like we all completely different people, but like we work. Like for
But
example,
there's just something about each of you that vibes well with
yeah, like
everyone.
for
Like
example, my
no
one
matter
of
what
my
it is.
closest friends that I met in college is from South Carolina, like camo down, like he basically a black redneck and everything like that. But like that's my brother. Like I call him my brother.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing I wouldn't do for him at a moment's notice. Like,
Yeah.
and I think like we understand each other. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
I think it's just understanding at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a lot better way of putting it, is someone that understands you, like for who you are, everything you have going on, no matter what it is. But yes, there is most definitely always someone out there that will understand you
For
110%,
sure.
but you definitely just have to work at it. Like everything isn't always, you know, easygoing and just super easy to deal with. Like a lot of things take work, and um it's definitely something that you learn like going through life, like as you get older.
Mhm.
That's definitely how I realized it, and how I realized a lot of other things too, is just because I'm older now. Like I basically work full time, not right now, but usually I do. So
Yeah, for sure.
especially working full time and being in that more like adult situation kind of made me
Yeah.
realize how much work everything is, and I wouldn't trade that experience, like I think it's
No,
great
your
to
work
know all of
stories
this
definitely be
stuff.
hilarious. Like we'll talk during the day while you at work, and like the shit you be telling me is hilarious. Like,
The fucking people that I deal with, oh my God, that needs to be a whole nother topic on another episode too, because the way people treat customer service is fucking terrible, and that needs to be talked about too.
real shit. I
No,
think,
nigga
I think,
snapping right now. I didn't want to fuck up y'all flow.
I
No, no,
think, I
no.
think everybody should work like retail or
Join on it
customer service at some point in their life.
for at least a year of their life,
Cause
I
I
swear.
think, I think it definitely builds character. Like,
Def
Mm-hmm.
humble
I
you.
it definitely humble you. Like I was in
Bingo.
last year, I was in customer service for like 7 months because I took a
Mm-hmm.
semester off from school, and I'm like, damn, that's really how y'all gonna act. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
and it's
not.
over the
It's not my
stupidest
fault
shit
that you in this
too.
position. Like, you came in
Exactly.
here snapping, and
For
I
no
worked in
reason.
I worked in impound customer service. So like
Mm-hmm.
when it's a whole different story. Like when it's like your car,
Yeah,
and it's
that's
typically their fault. Like I can't even empathize with
exactly.
you.
Bro, I cannot tell you. So I work at an auto body shop, and I've worked at two different ones, and just between the people that I've seen at both of them, I've been in typically like mainline areas, so it's a lot of like older to middle-aged people or just like
Mm-hmm.
super like rich snobby kind of thing, and the way that they talk to people is absolutely unbelievable. So yeah,
Word.
since I work at the auto body place, like it's all about, they crashed their car, so now they want their car back in 2 days, and it's like, well, half of your car is like completely smashed in. It's not going to be 2 days, and then I get yelled at because we can't just fix it like that. It's always stupidest things ever, and it's just
Yeah, for
terrible.
sure. So I think that we could wrap that up
Oh yeah.
and put a bow on it and segue into our next topic,
Y'all
which
niggas snapping for a second.
yeah, bro, like we was talking, like we was getting to it, man. Like,
Yeah. See, I told you,
I
me
mean,
and Ghib really just
we here, we on that wavelength. But
yeah.
Josh,
Fuck with it.
you want to
With it.
Josh, you want to introduce the next topic for us?
You want me to introduce it?
Yeah, you
Yeah, let's
can.
go.
Bro, I'm not the one that needs to introduce this shit.
Do you want me
All
to?
right.
You want because I know the back, like I don't know the background behind it, or
All
like
right, so basically,
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
more
this is
him.
something that we can all chime in on because
Hmm.
I think that what I'm about to kind of illustrate kind of is just one situation of a bigger point. So for those of y'all who don't know, this tour of parties called Duce Palooza. It's actually pretty lit. Like I was there at Made in America. It was fun. I had a lot of fun. I was drunk, all that. But one of their founders had a situation to where he was using his platform to kind of coerce women into sexual activity with him, which is gross. And it's been happening over the last few years. And like I just saw like a stream of like women on Twitter just like talking about their experiences, and like it's kind of nasty. Well,
Hmm.
it's very nasty. Like it's like rape in any sense is fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't know how people do it. It's not cool. Like
No.
I think it's a special place in hell and on earth
For those
for
types of
rapists.
people. Yeah.
I think that like I think people who engage in that kind of activity, I think that the legal system should pursue capital punishment for those type of people because it's fucking disgusting. And
Yeah.
I just don't understand how you could even enjoy that without consent, which is my
Yeah.
biggest point. Consent, consent, consent.
all right,
Yeah.
explain coerce to people though. That's not a word that's like
Yeah. So it's not his situation wasn't like actual like rape. It was like when you coercion is basically when you kind of like try and push someone to have relations with you or whatever. Like you just, and he was using his stature because he is very well known. He was using his stature and his industry to kind of like get women to do what he wanted them to do, and like it was just creating a very uncomfortable atmosphere for these women, and it was very disgusting.
And I feel like I feel like people around him definitely knew this was going on. Like his friends definitely knew like he was doing stuff like this. And I feel like it's a job as like us males to like hold like each other accountable when it comes to stuff like that. Like you can't just let like a girl come around y'all and not feel comfortable basically. Like like whenever we have girls around us, like we're never like oh I'm trying to hook up with her. That's the only thing. Like nah, like we just want to have like a good time, chill or whatever. And if that ends up happening, then it ends up happening. Back to like our thing about communication. Like you gotta communicate
like
what you want out of the night. But if the girl's like, oh, like I don't want that, then you're not gonna be sitting pouting in the corner somewhere like, oh, she doesn't want to fuck me, so I'm gonna just pout and not have fun at wherever we're at or whatever. Because
obviously we've all been there. Like everybody wanted to know where the bitches was at before, of course, bro. But like it's a certain point, it's a certain atmosphere you have to create to where it's conducive to everybody's like comfort and just like having fun. Because like it's not fun when you know it's just like a group of dudes over there just like
praying
on the Jones, like like they just got here.
Yeah, as soon as they walk through the door, like, oh, who that? I need her. But we all know people who like I know people who did that. I know people who've done it since high school, and like it's not cool. Like now that we like it wasn't cool back then, it's not cool now. I'm not saying it was cool back then. Like we were naive to what was going on. Like we didn't understand like what was going on, like, and we just never been in that predicament where we had to like come over and be like, yo, bro, you drawing right now, like what the fuck are you basically doing, like, and you shouldn't be doing
and
it.
I think we both definitely might be a little bit guilty of like who that, like, because obviously if a beautiful girl walk in, like you gonna like naturally want to know who it is, but that I think that's the extent for us. But and me personally, I know
take it farther and make it creepy.
Yeah,
I know without a shadow of a doubt that none of my niggas is doing any of that.
Like, bro, you know me, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like
I don't shoot at nobody, bro. They gotta come up to be like, yo, like she wants you. I'll be like, oh, all right, bet. Like, let's see what's
bro. We've been on the no FP wave for the longest, bro.
Ever to force play, like that's
we never did that, bro. Like
I'm like because we all heard stories of like, oh, like this athlete had sex with this girl and then fucked up their whole entire life, like off of one, like
especially where we grew up at, like the rules was very different for us, and we was at a disadvantage, so we never knew, so we always had to be safe and vigilant about the way we moved with the other sex, because we never know like what kind of shit we could get into, even though we know our character.
Yeah,
like
they might not know you like that.
Yeah,
and they might just see like a guy being like, okay, like he keeps staring at me, it's getting a little weird. I feel like some guys definitely don't know where to draw the line. Like if you see a girl and you want to introduce yourself and talk to her and whatever, that's cool, that's great, like it is what it is. But it's when you start being creepy about it and like start like hanging around her all night, and like obviously, and if she's giving you the vibe that she doesn't want to be near you, then just back off and call it a night. Like guys
even if she is
hear the word no. Like I feel like a lot of guys don't know how to accept the fact that not every girl wants to hook up with them.
But like the word, like just if you hear the word no, like I don't know where in someone's brain that could be like, oh, okay, that no means okay.
Keep
I'm
going.
No,
Keep
no
going.
means go. Like
Yeah, no means go.
Like-
Like I don't know where.
And even if y'all are vibing and y'all get to that point, but she just like, all right, I don't think we should do this. Then like, I mean,
then that's when you
obviously,
go, okay, no problem. Like
it's okay to feel away about it because
yeah,
everybody want to get their little shit off, but
it's
like,
definitely a bummer, but you don't have to
yeah,
be rude
for
or
sure.
you don't
Yeah,
have to be rude or like pushy about it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like because that's just like. Because maybe she just not with it right now. She'll be with it next time y'all kick it. Because like if
Yeah.
y'all was vibing, obviously it's gonna be a next time you kick it.
Mm-hmm.
And and like you can't and like niggas be kicking bitches out the crib for that, like not wanting to have sex with them. Like that's crazy. Like because you kicking a girl out 2 a.m. in the morning, nowhere to go.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be
I mean, I personally do not have an issue with like the kick out. Because at least
not
you,
having sex with you.
no, if
Kicking girls out the crib for
if I kicked you out, at least you can't say I did nothing. You
Like,
can't
no,
say
no,
I
no.
tried nothing.
All right, but I understand that. But like, if you just kick it, if you say, "Oh, I want to have sex with you," then you kick him out. That's valid too.
No, we just gonna kick it.
Yeah, if you just
But I don't. I
Okay.
see. But I mean, I wouldn't do it. But I'm saying if
you
you,
for different reasons, then yeah, I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
I mean, you the king kick out.
I don't know.
You the king of kick out. But but I think that people just gotta be smarter about how they move. Like it's not
Yeah.
that deep, bro. Like no is the worst a
Especially
person can
guys.
say. Just take the no
Exactly.
and go
Like,
on about your day.
Like
Yeah.
people don't grow up with like old heads and like people telling them like all that's gonna happen if you go up to a girl is all she can say is no.
But at the end of the day, it's not even about having old heads, bro. It's just like you have to know, you got to know what's right and wrong. Like
Yeah.
like it's something that should tell you in your brain as to like, okay, she said no, cool, move on, instead of
Exactly.
no, I'm gonna keep on pushing her. Like,
Yeah.
come on now, bro. Like that's not how we do it. That's not what a man should do. Like it's just
Exactly.
it's not cool. It's creepy. It's nasty, slimy.
Yeah. The other thing that
Like,
like peeves me off that like I've had people do to me in high school and stuff like that, and I'm sure almost every other girl in the world has gotten this, but it's when a guy asks you to hook up, like whether you're hanging out over text, whatever, like they'll, be casual with you for a few days or like a week or whatever, and then they'll hit you with the, do you want to hook up at all? And if you say no, then they'll hit you with the, oh, well, you weren't that cute anyway. Like, really? Because you're the one that slid the fuck in trying to get with all this. So obviously I am attractive, but thank you for being fucking petty and ridiculous right now. Appreciate it. Like,
we definitely
that shit
all
needs
been
to stop.
we all been there. I think that one, that's just like the young bull thing. Like that's like probably like one of your first rejections, like your ego a little bit bruised. Like we all got an ego, of course. But
yeah, I mean, and that's
and it's
fine
also
and all, but like that bitterness right there, like, do guys not realize that girls will talk? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, everyone knows everyone. So like I could tell 2 or 3 people, they'll tell a bunch of people, and then it gets back around, and a lot of girls will hear it and be like, well, if he's gonna be kind of like douchey about it, then I don't want to hook up with him because that's
and then
not someone
also
I'm
in that
into.
situation, sorry to cut you off, but also in that
No, you're good.
situation, like even if she say no to the hookup, she might be genuinely interested in getting to know you, bro. Like
Exactly.
you could still sauce that, bro. It's
Exactly.
like you have to show your persistence, but like I'm saying, it's definitely a difference
be
between
rude about it.
persistence. It's a difference between persistence and being pushy and weird. Like
Yes.
if you ask a girl to like, and y'all been talking and kicking it for a few days, bro, just
Let
and
it
she
ride
say no
out.
to the hookup, bro, just be like, I mean, that's cool, but one of these days, you're gonna want to, because I'm just that cool of a dude. Like, it's you don't gotta be mad, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean, if
you
you
could literally
choose,
just hit it with like a, okay, well, that's cool if you don't want to right now, but if you do at any point, just let me know. Like, you can just kind of play it off in different ways. You don't have to be, basically the best word to put it is like, you don't have to be a douche about it. Because then when you're like, oh,
you could
well,
just
you
leave it
weren't that
alone.
cute anyway. Yeah, like you can choose to handle it in almost like any different way, but it's just once you're rude to the girl and like just douchey about it is when everything disconnects. Like for me personally, and I'm sure most other girls too, like I get it. There's a huge ego thing there. I completely understand that, but I don't know. It's just you can't be that way because then people aren't going to want to hook up with you.
The male ego is a really fragile place. Like they don't want.
I'm well aware.
Fragile.
They don't want to feel less than what they think they should feel like.
That toxic masculinity is crazy, but it's just like you have to be vigilant in your decision making at all times, because I feel like if you don't make the right choices as far as like women go, like women make the rules at all times, and it's your responsibility to follow that shit to a T. Like they make the rules. It's crazy that it even has to get to this point where we have to have this conversation, but you have to follow their rules. Like even if it may seem like they down for it or whatever, that doesn't mean they're down for it. And like you can't say, oh, she was asking for it. You see what she was wearing? Yes, I saw what she was wearing, my nigga. Like
craziest thing, niggas.
That's the craziest shit ever. Like, what do you mean, bro? I mean, you think she's just gonna go outside looking like a fucking bum?
Yeah, exactly. Like that's one of the other things that kind of like infuriates me is that I get it. She may be like, you know, having fucking like under boob or side boob popping out, her ass popping out of her shorts or whatever. But like, if she's dressing that way, like it may be for a guy's attention, like to try and hook up with someone at the bar or whatever. But she's not asking you to force it on her. Like she's most likely doing it because she feels hot in that outfit. Like she feels good about herself. That's definitely always number one. And then number two is the second thought of trying to hook up with someone. But again, that doesn't mean that you just go and take it from her. Like if you ask her and she says no, move on. If she says yes,
shout out to all the bitches that be having the underboob out. Y'all make the world go around. Y'all beautiful. We love y'all. Team titty all day. But my nigga, listen. Girls don't get dressed for you. They get dressed for their Instagram pictures, for their friends. They be trying to look good at the club, have a good time, get some drinks with their friends, and enjoy the vibes. They not here so your grimy ass could be touching all on them.
Thank you. Yes, literally. That is basically every girl's thought is, okay, what top and pants or shorts, whatever it is, like what can I put together that I feel attractive and confident going out in?
What's going to make this post pop?
Exactly. You know, whether you're taking pictures, which 95% of the time that's what it is, but even if you're not taking pictures or whatever, but like almost every girl goes out with the intent of, okay, I feel good in this outfit. I feel cute. I feel confident in it. So this is what I'm going out in because I look good in it and I feel good about it.
For sure. It's not for you to make that determination for them.
Exactly.
And I think that we have a responsibility. Like, if my friend was partaking in any shit like that, like you can't be my man's if like that's what you get into, because that reflects poorly on me. Like, if I ever had a homie that like
that way too
ended up catching a charge, like, and they really did do it, like you can't be around me. Like you can't be my man, bro. Like you gotta go, bro. Like I can't support you.
No, not at all. Because then, like I said, like it just makes you and the rest of your group look bad. Horrible. If you're hanging out with someone like that, because then everyone will assume that you guys are that way, and then everyone will be like, "Oh, there's that group again. Like, gotta skedaddle. Like, gotta go."
For sure.
Yeah. Did y'all want to move into the next topic? Keep going with this one.
All right.
I think this is a good place to segue.
All right. So, so student athletes. So NCAA just passed a bill that says that next year that I guess athletes can make money off of their image and likeness. So they can sign autographs. They can do photo shoots, do endorsements. I guess things like that. I didn't read over the bill or anything yet, but
yeah, I think that this was very reactionary to what has been happening in college basketball, and like the top recruits starting to take the pro avenues to get to the NBA now because they're not getting paid to go to school. Like when me and Josh could both speak to this, like, and we play D2 and D3 sports. And so like, just imagine what the top dudes do. That shit is a job, bro. Like,
shit is a
wake
job.
up.
This is a thing. Like, just like past 4 years, like I've had to stay up late to do. I still have to do the same homework everyone else has to do. So I stay up late to do homework. I gotta take tests and test all day, and then get ready for a game later on. Like
For
that.
sure.
And if you like a nigga that's gonna go right to the league, why would I want to go through school way and when I can go to the G League, play the same game I'm still about to play, and get drafted in the same spot
with better competition?
With better comp, exactly. And I'm playing against NBA players like already if I'm playing in the G League. So it just makes more sense.
Like, your schedule is crazy. Like,
your schedule is more crazier than mine, but
like
I know.
I know, like before we had to go home for Corona, like it was the off season for me. So it was every day, wake up at 5:30, be at the weight room by 6, lift till 8:39, have to go squeeze in breakfast before class, and then you might have a meeting at the end of the day, and then you do homework. You still do your homework at the end of the day, and you sleep and you do it again the next day, and you do that like 3-4 times a week. And then in the season, you got practice every day. Sometimes you got meetings. You still got meetings in the season. Like, it's just a lot. And I think it is like a whole extra load. Like, if you're taking 15 credits, your sport is also 15 credits. So it's like you taking 30. So I think the top athletes should be able to benefit off of their name in some way, and I think that this is a good way to kind of keep the interest in college sports. And when this thing goes into effect next year, I definitely would like to see how they decide they want to bring in their revenue. And one thing I don't want to see is just a bunch of YouTube channels popping up.
They're gonna pop up.
Yeah, they're gonna pop up for sure.
They're definitely going to.
A lot of y'all niggas not that interesting.
No.
Like sometimes,
like y'all, you're really not.
Sometimes, like, obviously the clout you got is gonna bring people in initially, but sometimes you're not interested enough to keep the people. But so like you gotta find something else you're good at.
But niggas gonna be interested in the shit that like what a college player goes through like every single day and what they do. So like they gotta tune in for like, oh, I'm at practice now, then I'm going to class, then I'm going this, and then here's the gear I'm getting and all that shit. Like,
but after that, then what?
They're gonna, I don't know, bro. They're gonna
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's not good enough to keep the YouTube attention. Maybe it might be you start your little gear line. Maybe you start potting. Like,
niggas gonna do like autographs and shit.
Definitely autograph signings.
They're gonna do like little local like endorsements and stuff. Nothing crazy. They're gonna definitely put like a cap on like how much like I guess money you can probably make. I don't know.
They shouldn't. I don't think they should, especially if we live in a country that is built on capitalism. Then you don't cap how much somebody makes. And I think all the rules that keep people from going pro is ridiculous. Because when you turn 17, you can go fight in a war at 17. But you mean to tell me like you can't make the decision to go to the NBA or go play pro baseball? But I think that with this,
you can go straight out of high school from baseball though. Yeah,
but if you don't go straight out of high school and you still have to go to college and do what everybody else is doing. But I think that the sports that this will benefit most is probably the non-basketball players. Because if you that good in basketball, you probably going NBA right away.
Yeah.
But you got to stay for football. You do 4 years if you play baseball. Women's basketball. If you play baseball, you do at least 3. If you're a swimmer, you graduating from school. You know what I mean? If you run track, you're gonna graduate. So I think that this is gonna benefit those guys a lot more because they'll be able to find ways to like keep some money in their pocket while they in school.
Bro, shit. I know. I've been there. Broke as shit.
Definitely.
Like, yo, mom, send me Domino's pizza. I'm hungry as shit. Because you can't like,
broke, bro.
Bro, like trying to like you wrote like this year crazy. Like I got class, then work, then practice or game. Like that shit really crazy. And like sometimes you just gotta be like, yo, I can't come in today. I don't got it. Like, and because you just be so tired. Like practice ends at 11. I gotta wake up at 8 a.m. the next day. Then I got work from 2 to 2 until I got practice again. Like it's hard like that. So if they making some bread off of it.
Yeah, and then when you call out, like you taking bread out your pocket, that could potentially be there.
I mean, that shit not gonna do shit for us.
It's definitely not gonna do shit for me.
For them,
you. It's definitely.
I mean, they already getting money on the side, so fuck them niggas.
I definitely want to see the young boys prosper. I'm always here for the young boys, to get their bread. I want to see everybody eat.
They about to just get the same bread they get. It's just be more legal and fuck it.
Yeah, for sure.
Niggas not gonna judge niggas for walking around with MCM backpacks and shit like that.
That was a crazy time. Niggas couldn't even trade a tattoo for some memorabilia, bro. They was mad at them for trading the memorabilia that they have that's theirs for a tat. Like, bro, that's crazy. But I'm glad to see that all this shit is coming to an end. And it's still fuck the NCAA for sure.
Real shit.
Fuck you, Mark Emmert.
I don't know,
old bastard. That's like the president of the
Bring
NCAA.
back NCAA football and NCAA basketball. That's all I ask. I need to get the fuck to it, yo.
Yeah, bro. I'll go out and buy an Xbox for that, John, bro.
Real shit. That shit fun as hell. All right.
So we could definitely get on to something else that I definitely wanted to talk about. So as y'all know, we drop the podcast weekly, and we happen to be on episode 6 right now. And I think that's important. And we probably should have did this 2 weeks ago on episode 4 because that would have really marked a month. But we've been doing this now for a little over a month, and I just wanted to I know it's not a long time, but it kind of is a little while to be doing this consistently because I don't think a lot of people make it past the first or second episode. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to kind of reflect on our first month in the pod game. And Kaila, you could start because I know you were one of the first people that kind of supported the podcast as a viewer or listener or whatever. Yeah. And now you on the pod, so you could tell us what you've been seeing in your reflection.
Definitely the biggest thing I saw was growth. Obviously, everyone's first couple of podcast episodes, whatever it is, there's going to be some kind of awkwardness and things that you can see that you need to work on. So definitely the biggest thing that I saw was how well and how I guess comfortable would have been the better word, how much more comfortable you guys are with talking on here and going through the topics and everything like that. I think that was definitely one of the biggest transitions that I saw from when you guys first started to last week's episode. It's just how, again, comfortable and smoothly you guys got with talking about everything and just the back and forth conversation flow and all that kind of stuff, which is definitely a good thing, because if there isn't obviously that good conversation and things don't flow well and it sounds kind of awkward, then people are gonna be like, I don't want to listen to this, because then it's just awkward, but it's definitely gotten better because, like I said, obviously everyone's first couple of episodes are going to be a little weird because you're just starting out doing it if you haven't done anything like this before. But yeah, that's definitely the biggest thing that I noticed, and I think one of the better things that could have happened over the span of the past few episodes.
Go ahead, Ghib.
So. No, I was going to save mine for last because I was probably going to get a little long-winded.
What I gotta say from this past 6 weeks, as much as we bash on M, we appreciate her from the beginning. We couldn't have done it the starting episode without her. And what Kaila said, we have gotten better at communicating and going through these topics. It seems we're in a flow now. It just comes easy to us. And Kaila came into that in this week and just basically added right into the flow. Like nothing like stopped, nothing like it was no break-in, and I don't know
Drop
how,
off.
yeah, drop off basically. I just like how we're going, and I think this will be something very successful, hopefully.
Yeah.
And I appreciate all y'all for listening. We're definitely gonna do something for y'all soon.
Definitely.
So look out for that.
Working on it.
So, my reflection of the past 6 weeks is that this is something that I've really wanted to do for a long time, and I guess the whole pandemic thing kind of like pushed me into it, and I just said fuck it, and Josh kind of also pushed me to it too. He was like, bro, I mean, I know you want to do this, so let's go. So he gave me that extra kick in the ass that I needed. And like he said, man, shout out to him, because I think that first episode kind of, it, although it wasn't our best, I think it set the tone as far as what we'll be doing, what we were going to be doing, and what we had to offer as individuals and as a collective. Obviously that didn't work out, but me and Josh, we kept doing it. And I don't think a lot of people kind of see the work that we put into this. Like, I mean, I know like we still probably don't have the best audio, the best video quality or whatever, but we definitely learning about it. We it's going to get better, and we'll keep getting better, but I'm definitely happy with where we are right now. But I'm not content, because I see the potential that this has. And like we getting like 30, 40 viewers and listeners every week, and that's not small to me. Like that's not small to me. Like our first episode we did like 150, and I think now between YouTube and Spotify and Apple, like we doing around like 100 a week. And that's not small to me. Like it might be small to like a lot of people listening. They might laugh at me because I'm throwing out 100, but
I feel like we're kind of just starting. That's really not that bad. Like, and
that's a
considering
big deal.
we're all doing this from home, like it's really not that bad of a start. Like it's actually a really good
big
one.
deal for me. Like this is important. Like this is my baby. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm doing school too, and like it's times when like I'll either be choosing between, oh, I got homework to do, or this. And 10 times out of 10, I'm a choose to work on this. That's just how it is. Like I'm a work on my craft.
Yeah.
Cause I see this as my craft, and like I really love this shit. Like they don't see like the work that we put in. Like when it was just me and Josh, like we was doing like the podding, the promo for it. Like shout out to Tring, because she did help us a lot. She did set up our new social, like our new format of our social media. But other than that, it was like me and Josh. Like I would be up 3 a.m. editing the podcast, editing the video, trying to make sure the audio could sound as good as it'll sound. Like I've invested a lot of time and some money into this so far. And I just don't, a lot of people will say like, oh, it sounds like work, but like to me that's not work, because I have loved doing this for the past month. Like I see potential in it. So when you see potential in something, you want to cultivate that potential. And that's exactly what I feel like we're doing, and we all share that goal that we want this to be better. And like Kaila, you here now, and like I was thinking like I don't think it's gonna be like awkwardness or any drop off from where we were, because like you just fit naturally, and I'm definitely excited to see where we go from now. Like because like in 3 months we won't be in the same place we are now, and in 6 months we won't be in the same place where we were 3 months from now, and then a year, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like this kind of went by fast. Like
it did.
Like
did.
Episode 1, it just feels like the shit was like so far away now, and I'm sure that was our worst episode, which is the goal. Like you always want your first to be your worst, you know what I mean? And I think that's what's important to me, to get better every week. I know I'm going like long-winded, but like I care about it, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, no, and I think that like especially everyone listening, I think that's what they want to hear is that you care about it and invest so much time into it so that way they can really put together like how much work actually goes into this. It's not just something that we can sit here, record, and be done for the day, like you take all that time to edit things. We did the meeting to go over topics that we wanted to talk about
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. Like there's a lot that goes into it. So I think people knowing like how much, we all care about it and all the time and effort that goes into it, like I would kind of hope maybe like help some appreciate it a little bit more. Like we don't have a team of people that does all the editing and everything for us, where all we have to
Hmm.
do is just sit here, look pretty, and talk. Like
Yeah. We
if you listen to
we
Barstool or anything like that, they all have people that edit their podcast for them. Like they have people that do this shit, so they just think about topics they want to talk about, come in, sit down, talk about them, and they're done.
we do we do our own research like literally all week. I'm on my phone trying to find something to talk about, even though like we in a situation now where the news cycle is kind of slow. It's like the same thing, but
Yeah,
we still got to find ways to give y'all some content because I think
exactly.
content is king. That's important. Like so sometimes we gonna come in here and have shit to talk about that's important and it's gonna
Hmm.
be a little more serious. But other times, sometimes we might just come in here to shoot the shit, vent, um, and be goofy out here, and
Yeah,
and that's what I like because
exactly.
we can always do switch it up and do things like that, but it's never gonna be forced. I'm never
Hmm.
gonna force anything. We always gonna
Yeah.
be authentic, and I think that's what I pride myself on is like being authentic, and I
Hmm.
know y'all are as well, and I think that's another reason like why we wanted to bring you to it because everybody for the most part that we talked to, they weren't impressive, but I just felt like uh your authenticity as well as like the flow that we have with each other,
Hmm.
and and you you just had like an enthusiasm that others didn't have. Like
Hmm.
other people were enthusiastic, but like I think you showed the most like interest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. Just because like I heard you guys talking about like starting a podcast or whatever, and I thought that was so cool. And I've always wanted to have my own podcast, but and then I was super excited to listen to yours and whatever. And then when you guys were like, "Oh, we're looking for a third person since Em couldn't do it anymore," I was like, "All right, you know what? Like, why not? Let me at least just try to put it out there. Like, hey, if you want me to join, I'd be more than happy to join. If not, then that's cool. It is what it is. It's whatever y'all decide. It's your podcast." But yeah, I definitely am super excited to be a part of this and do what I can to help improve it, make it better, and just add to everything. Obviously, with my first week, it for me it was like I don't want to say a little off, but I'm still learning like how you guys do this stuff because you've been
Hmm.
doing it for a little over a month. So like you've kind of got the flow down and whatever. I don't yet, but like I'm excited to be a part of it and get into like the same flow that you guys have and just
Yeah, because I know
really
I
be a
know
part of it.
yesterday in like the meeting we had to like slow it down a little bit because like at that point me and Josh is just kind of like boom 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 like all right we
Yeah, and
got
I was like,
everything.
wait, what?
Like we
Which
kind
is
of we
fine and all. Like, I think that's so great that you guys have your own flow and you guys know exactly what you want to do and whatever. That's amazing. Like that's
Mhm.
what the podcast needs is, just that, okay, we're going to do this, and this, having such a plan and how you want to do
Mhm.
it. Like, I think that's great. And obviously, as we keep going, I'll really catch on to like the flow of things and
Yeah, for
whatever.
sure.
I definitely got like a pretty decent idea of how you guys do it this week, so I think I should be good from here on out.
And I'm just happy that you like kind of bought into the vision that we had and like you like showing that you're committed to it, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, I'm not other than some schoolwork for the next couple of weeks. I don't have anything going on, and I've always wanted to be a part of a podcast, whether it's my own or joining you guys. I've
Yeah, for sure.
always definitely thought about it. So I'm super excited.
And like you definitely bring like another layer. You know, you bring that little splat to it. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
All right.
So y'all want to get into favorite things from
You
this
just
week?
skip it? You just gonna skip Drake?
I was gonna say,
Oh,
did you want to talk about the Drake mixtape?
the boy.
The
I was like,
fuck?
are we gonna skip that right now?
Yeah, I was thinking the same shit. Like, what the fuck wrong with you?
I apologize. We just had such a good conversation. I was a little overwhelmed in the brain, but I can't forget about the boy, Mans, the sixth god, Drizzy.
Yeah.
Come on now,
Drop that
bro.
fire off for us on Friday night, boy. I couldn't wait to talk about that.
Fuck it, I'm gonna get us a
Oh my.
copyright. Like, nah.
I don't get us another copyright because Michael Jordan bitch ass got us a copyright 2 weeks ago.
But nah, this drum was really tough. Like, it was just like, it's a bunch of songs that we heard already, a bunch of songs that have already been
Some
out.
throwaways.
Yeah,
But when you hear it in sequence,
bro,
when you hear it in
It's
sequence
so nice.
and how it flow,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got the little new joints that we haven't heard.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I really liked
These Dark Lane demo tapes.
Mhm.
I should have knew how Drake was coming when he had the little mask on the
Yes.
cover art.
Bro, shit.
Yes.
He was like, I'm not playing with
I
y'all.
feel like he always kind of gives it away when he's gonna be coming out with something.
Yeah.
He always he just does something, no matter how small it is. Like he always just kind of puts it out there.
What was our favorite song on there?
I really liked When to Say When, but like I liked the vibe of it because it was very kind of like old school, like it had like a very Jay-Z vibe to it, and I absolutely loved that because I love Jay-Z, grew up listening to him and everything, so I definitely liked that kind of vibe that When to Say When had.
I think my favorite that I probably heard, the one I heard already coming into it was Desires, because you know I'm whenever Drake and Future drop, like I'm there for it. Like that's like I'm heavy Drake and Future together guy. And then like I think my other favorite one is probably Losses or From Florida with Love. He was just talking that player talk. Like I respect it. Like
mine gotta be from the ones we heard already. You know, I'm gonna say Chicago Freestyle. Like that's really
that's your shit, bro.
That's really my shit. And then the new Jones, probably Demons, because it was gonna be Pain 1993, but Cardi fucked that shit up for me. Playboy Cardi fucked up the whole song, bro.
I saw that people were saying that, but like I don't think. But that's what you expect from Cardi. Like he's not gonna say no words. He just bring the vibe to it.
High ass baby voice though. Like I don't fuck with that shit that he be doing now.
Y'all just expected him to come on and start rapping, huh? Just because he was with Drake.
No.
Rapping, but like not like that, bro. He fucked up the whole song, bro.
It's cool.
But Drake shout out to OVO though. Like Division's
OVO doing big things.
Party Next Door's album, and now Drake's shit. That shit.
No, I'm not gonna let you do that. Because all you do is talk shit about Party Next Door, and I'm sick of it. I told you to get on the wave or shut the fuck up. And you always been slandering my man. And now you want to congratulate him? We not doing that.
Hold your breath.
And you had a nerve to sing Savage Anthem, the best OVO song out. That's non-Drake.
Bro, shit, bro. Bro, he really got on his toxic bag. I fucked with that shit, bro.
Because we been there. My glasses fogging up because you got me tight.
I was going to say, you got him heated.
I'm sick of it, Josh. I'm sick of you flip-flopping on your points.
What you mean, bro?
Shout out to Division, though. Division Joe was definitely better than Party Next Door album.
Bro, shit, bro. They got into a bag.
Division, I didn't know that they was coming like that. But that vibe.
Keep it going. Keep it
going. Whoever do production and A&R for OVO is crazy. Because whoever sequenced these albums, like, they just know what they're doing. Because, like they flow seamlessly. The transitions are always crazy. You know what I mean? I love to see it. You love to see good work coming out the OVO camp. Who else dropped? You heard the little Baby Deluxe, bro?
No, I ain't listening to that bullshit.
You ain't listen to it?
Niggas around me trying to say Lil Baby better than Drake, so I'm not listening to that shit. If I hear it, I hear it.
Listen, hear me and hear me good. All you Drake haters that might be listening to this podcast.
They might be in the room with me right now.
This is a pro Drake podcast. If you don't like it, eat a dick. But we pro Drake over here. And if you got hate for Drake, hate for slander for Drizzy, I don't want to hear it. Because your favorite rapper is Aubrey Graham. And that's that.
Oh my God.
All right, so let's get into your favorite thing of the week.
Yeah, you gotta choose that subject.
All right, someone else can start.
My favorite thing this week, probably these 2 new shows that I watched. They was cool. I started watching this show called Outer Banks. I think it's pretty cool. You know, it's a little treasure hunt show. It's like a little buddy friendship type shit. Like it's cool. It's cool for the quarantine binging. You know what I'm saying? I got 3 more episodes left. Then I started this show called Upload. I watched that in one day. That's on Prime. It was crazy. It just came out on Friday. So I just watched that all in one day. I saw something for it on Twitter and I was like, fuck it, let me go ahead and let me see what they talking about over there.
Yeah.
So basically, this one, the dude died and like it's in the future. So like now they could upload your consciousness to some, I guess like some heaven simulation or something, and you like live forever like that. But
that's pretty cool.
It's not as heavenly as it may seem. To say it without spoiling it. Damn, I'm good at these descriptions.
I was about to
wow,
say that was pretty good.
You king spoiler, bro. Let's keep it a beat. If you could keep going,
oh, for sure.
I'm
not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil it for the people though. I want them to enjoy it.
You can,
but I'll definitely spoil the shit out of some. And if y'all haven't seen the last episode of Ozark, I'm about to spoil it for y'all.
Yeah,
they killed a lawyer.
You're good. You watch it?
No, I'm just saying. I mean, I was just trying to say for the people.
It's been out. It's a bit. If I finished it, then everyone should be done by.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been out for a little bit. So never mind. You might as well.
Yeah. I almost had to spoil Endgame for Josh.
Yeah, you did almost have to.
You saw it 3 months late, bro.
It's cool, bro. You know me. I ain't on everybody's wave. I'll watch it when I watch it.
For sure.
Anyway, go ahead and spoil it for everyone that hasn't finished it.
What, Endgame?
No, Ozark.
No,
Ozark.
Ozark.
So basically what happened.
Don't spoil it, bro. Just say they killed the John, bro. They killed my girl.
The lawyer, they killed the lawyer, as they should have.
She was trying to finesse.
She was trying to finesse. She was trying to power play Marty Bird. You don't do that to Marty Bird. The fucking goat. You don't do that.
Pop their ass.
Smooth. Right in Mexico.
I really thought they were about to check though, but it's cool.
Yeah, for sure. Have y'all watched the Extraction John yet with Thor in it? Or no? Like it's the new John on Netflix, the nigga that played Thor. He I guess he's some kind of insurgent or something like that. And I don't know what it's about, but it looked kind of crazy. Apparently they got like a 10-minute fight scene in there. And you know, I'm here for the Thor fights.
Yeah. No, I have not seen that. It sounds pretty cool though.
Kaila, favorite thing from the week?
Honestly, I didn't really do all too much, so I don't have anything exciting to add on this one. The most exciting thing I did with my week was rewatch The Office.
Are you sure? That's good.
You can't go wrong with The Office. You can't go wrong.
Absolutely not. It's one of the best shows. So to everyone who doesn't like The Office, can kindly fuck off as well.
No. Yeah. Let your nuts hang. Say it.
No. All I said was y'all can kindly fuck off if you don't like The Office, and I will leave it at that. But yeah, that's probably the most exciting thing I did with my week, other than homework and other stupid shit. So yeah.
You know it's crazy. I've been rewatching like Parks and Rec.
And I just started that the other day too.
And I'm kind of starting to sway like, yo, Parks and Rec might be a little tad bit funnier.
It's definitely Office.
Like it definitely might be a little bit funnier. That joint is crazy. Like I definitely enjoy it.
Yeah, and you don't realize it because all those type of shows, like even like The Office, Parks and Rec, they all start out super slow. Yeah. So trying to watch them and get someone into them, it's like, I promise it's so good. You just have to get through like the first handful of episodes or even
But then
the first
again,
season, and it gets so good.
it's not really slow. I think it's just you got to catch the whip. You know what I
It's
mean?
not yes, you definitely have to pay attention to like all the little things that they say and do. And then I was gonna say something else, but I can't remember.
Because I know The Office, like I know they started out with season 1 with Diversity Day. Like I don't think you could get any better than that. Like as far as like just setting the tone for like what the show gonna be. And then Parks and Rec was just funny from the gate. Like they just gave you the dry white people humor. Like I love that shit.
Yes.
All right.
That's definitely what it is.
All right, so my favorite things of the week. Since y'all have been talking about Office and Parks and Rec, another one is Community. I don't know if y'all ever seen that about the community college. That's really my shit. I was always watching that since I was a young boy, and they got it on Netflix now. So like I'm rewatching all of that. And then go ahead.
That's the joint with Gambino, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to my dog Donald.
And then thanks this thing on YouTube called Out of the Shadows. Conspiracy theory about mainstream media in Hollywood controlling people. So that should definitely be a watch. If I get off, y'all just know.
Definitely gonna watch that.
That's what happened. They got you.
They got me.
We definitely gonna have another episode to elaborate on conspiracy, because I think it's a lot of things that's conspiring right now.
That John starts off a little slow, like they give background on the people who doing the documentary. They really get into.
I think all conspiracies kind of start out like that.
Yeah.
But you got to know what the conspiracy is about before you just get into the conspiracy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely, because there's so many out there about literally anything and everything that like you really gotta know the topic and really pay attention.
Yeah,
it's going really crazy. Like
but some of the conspiracies be out there, like this 5G shit. Like it don't make no sense. Like, like scientifically, like it don't even make sense. If you took a 10th grade science class, you would know that 5G is not going to cause a virus.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it's radiation, then it'll cause other things. But the fact that you are blaming 5G for a virus, bro, you reaching,
bro.
It's other conspiracies
out there that just make no sense, and it's like, all right, that was just
like
a waste.
It's definitely a few conspiracies swerving around the whole Corona thing, and that's the one you choose to try and validate.
Yeah, like
come on now, like it's a couple joints that I might believe, but that, come on now, yo.
Yeah.
You got anything wild to say before we leave?
You know, I think I'm gonna give y'all my weekly dose of Michael Jordan slander right now.
All right.
It's still fuck that nigga for sure.
We're gonna have a whole episode for you to get into that. So.
Yeah, but just everybody out there, keep on being safe. Shout out to all the essential workers as usual. Y'all making the world go around. Shit. I even got one shout out to an essential worker that y'all might not even deem essential, man. Shout out to y'all local weed man. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, dead ass. Because if I didn't have weed like at all, I'd be going insane.
Like y'all really holding the real niggas down right now. Like y'all definitely deserve an award for sure.
I definitely agree with that.
They out here
100%.
doing delivery service free of charge. Like,
yeah, they really working with everyone. It's just it's great.
Yeah, weed man out here charging less than Uber Eats. Shout out to them.
Definitely.
But shout out to everybody working from home, everybody who lost their job. It's a tough time right now for sure. But you know, just stay strong. It's definitely light at the end of the tunnel. We not doing the weekly Roni anymore because at this point it's like the same thing, but it's definitely some light at the end. Keep y'all dumbasses in the crib. Don't listen to anything Trump gotta say. Get your information from the medical professionals, and that's about it. We'll see y'all next week. We got another good episode for y'all lined up. So peace out. Thanks for being here, Kaila.
Of course.
And make sure y'all follow us on everything.
Definitely.
And go stream Meir Flacko music wherever you could stream Meir Flacko music at.
Yeah.
Peace.
Bye.
So I know we just finished podding, you know what I'm saying? And I said I'll see y'all next week. But I forgot I had one more thing to address. Me and Josh have noticed a trend. Yo, Josh, tell them to shut the fuck up in the back. I'm speaking.
All right.
And we on record. But I noticed that we had set a trend. Now, since me and Josh started our shit, everybody want to start their little pod. That's cool. Do your thing. But just know that your shit not going to be better than ours. Y'all not going to work as hard as we do on our shit. And y'all shit not going to be as good as our shit at the end of the day. We big homie on the block. Don't start no new shit without checking in with us. The fuck? Trying to use our same format. Huh?
Oh
Y'all want to steal our whole flow word for word, bar for bar? That's cool. It's not going to get you nowhere.
Oh, you might as well at niggas.
No, it's cool. They know who they is. They know who they is.
They don't know.
They know who they is.
No,
you know
come
what I'm
on.
saying? It's three of them. It's three of them. And three may be a crowd.
Three may be a crowd.
You feel me?
So if
I
three
know
is a
we talked
crowd,
about not being petty, but I think
Yeah.
Josh wants you to go ahead and be petty.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
oh, okay.
You said you don't want to step on nobody's toes. My toes feel a little stepped on though.
You didn't get a text, bro, because you didn't get a text, bro.
I feel like somebody had just stepped on my A1. What's up? You feel me? A fresh pair. You just crease my shit.
Yeah.
You good, bro?
Check with the big homie first. You feel me? But do your thing. I hope you succeed. But just know, you never gonna be a real nigga podcast like this.
Oh my god.
I'm done now, bro. You can stop recording. I'm done.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all next week. Peace.
Bye.